Hey, good evening, guys. We're sitting here October 1st. We're in one of our redneck blinds. I'm overlooking a little creek system here. I put this redneck blind, it's on one of the trailers. Put it in here a couple weeks ago, and we've got some deer moving back and forth in here. And it's always been a pretty good travel corridor, or a travel pattern for them to move out into this big field in the evening time. It kind of creates a pinch. We got a pretty good sized woodlot right here, one over in here, and then we've got a couple fields here, so that pinch is right down in here. It works out really good. And we'll we may see some deer, but if not, we're going to get out here and should be able to glass quite a bit and just enjoy nature and see what comes through. But last weekend, as I was hunting that tree stand there on one of our other properties, I did notice something I wanted to quickly, kind of a good reminder for myself, and I wanted to share these with you. As I was sitting up there, I've got two Cuddy-Link cameras. So there's the cellular cameras from Cuddy-Back overlooking that food plot, along with Browning trail camera, the Spec Ops. It's the night no glow camera there on video mode. And I've had some decent movement through there on the cellular cameras, but one thing I figured out is I got one little area that's a gap in that food plot, and those deer, they were hidden that gap. And I watched four bucks come through there, 2 3.5-year-olds, 1 10. That's going to be a real good, nice deer here in next year, or maybe into the following year. But I was starting to see all those deer move in and out of there, and it kind of just gave me that quick little reminders. I really enjoy the cellular aspect of those cameras, but that doesn't mean they're going to cover everything. So, as you guys are looking through your trail camera photos or your videos, or you're receiving them on your phone or through email, just definitely keep in mind that although those, maybe you're not seeing that big mature deer, that you've been hunting, that doesn't mean that he's not coming out into that food source, or he's not coming through that area. It just means he's not showing up on that particular trail camera. So, if the weather's great, you want to get out there and enjoy nature, go for it. And make the best of your time that you're going to spend in the outdoors. And moving on into the second one is, as you hunt, I do a lot of the observation stands. This is kind of one, or observation hunts. This is going to be one this evening, just to kind of see what's moving through here. I've got a lot of cellular cameras on here, and quite a few the Browning Spec Ops as well, capturing the video aspect of them. But I still want to get out here and hunt. I just try to be smart about it, so I'm not going all the way in there to my pre-rut stands. I'm just kind of hunting the outskirts, or hunting a really good area where I can get in and out of, and feel pretty confident in hopefully seeing some deer. But my entry and exit route is definitely the key to this particular hunt, and the one I'm doing at this point in time. So, as you hunt these kind of stands, as you start looking or glassing at those deer, try to figure out why. What's the reason why those deer are moving from this wood lot to that wood lot? Is it a water source? Is it, is there acorn trees that are dropping? Is there a food source? I watched a lot of deer last weekend in one of the observation stands. I think it was Saturday night and then Sunday, moving back and forth on one particular thing. And I started thinking, hey, they're starting to hit that water source, which I knew as dry as what it has been, and as warm as what it is, they're definitely going to use those water sources a lot. So, strategy-wise, definitely keep those water, whether it's a pond, a creek, a river, any kind of thing that you can consolidate some deer. If you're hunting public land, start looking at those tracks around that pond and see if there's one really heavy path that you can definitely jump in there. So, the one other thing is, as season starts picking up, today was the first day for Oklahoma's archery season to kick in there. So just remember, as you guys progress through your hunting season, consistently shoot those bows, and keep up with that. The one thing I do when it comes to during the season is I'll shoot 6 arrows a week. I'll shoot 3 sitting down on one of my buckets there, and I'll shoot 3 standing up. And I've got a target at 30, 35, and 47. I know that's kind of some odd numbers there, but you know, you're not necessarily going to get a deer straight at 30 yards or 35 yards or 45 yards, you know, consistently. So, you know, continue to adjust your range. You know, at that 47 yards, I can take a couple steps back and, hey, I'm shooting at 50 yards. You know, so kind of shoot at that different, you know, angles, shoot at different distances, you know, and sit down, because, you know, you may find yourself in one of those climbing or your hunting situations in a climber or a hang-on tree stand or one of these ground blinds or redneck blinds, you know, you've actually got to sit down and take that shot. So it's always good to be prepared. So one thing I did want to show you guys this week is the Fairy 5000 from Vortex. This is the rangefinder binocular combination. An awesome pair of binoculars. So I use these things, you know, regardless of the year. I used to be a big, you know, just a portable rangefinder and then a separate pair of binoculars. But these things I bought a couple years ago and have been really impressed with these. So if you guys are looking to get into a rangefinder, a binocular pair, definitely check out these Furies from Vortex. So we'll move on to the Browning trail cameras. Like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature, and best luck on your guys' upcoming hunt.